Hey, how's it going everyone? My name is Andre, aka Mr. Vega, and today we're back at the 1v7 series. So this time we're going to be going with Elves against 7 hard Rohan. Also, guys, I just made some adjustments to my audio setting, especially my microphone. Just let me know if you think whatever I did helps out with the sound quality a little bit or not. Just let me know in the comment section down below. And so let's do this. So in the beginning here, it's a pretty standard beginning, as I always do. 2 farms into Frodo, so I can purchase the farms right outside the base. So the ones on the farm on the left and on the right there over there. And from there, we're just going to be making some more farms and some more units. And we're going to be camping out like we did last time. Here, there is no, as I said on the other videos, there's no point in going for crypts or trying to extend out of your base and get map control or anything. It just doesn't work. They have too many units. You can't produce units as fast as they do. They have too many heroes, so you just gotta survive the first waves of enemies, and you'll be good from there. So after the 2 farms, I go for barracks, just so I can start pumping some units out. After I have a few units, I'm gonna try to get Haldir as well, to try to defend against the heroes especially. And my next step from there is I'm probably gonna be making some towers and the well whenever I can. If you can level Frodo in the beginning, he can be quite useful just because he has a fear ability once he reaches level 4, I believe it is, level 3 or 4. So if you can unlock that, is good, but if you can't, that's okay as well. It just might make some of the early pushes a little bit more annoying to deal with, but you should still be okay. And with Rohan, I'm curious to see kind of how they rush, if there's just going to be Peasant Rush and Archers, or if they're going to have some Rohirrim as well, right from the get-go. This is my first time doing Rohan, so... so we'll have to see kind of how they play as well. It'd be really rough if they get like some really of the strong heroes right from the get-go, like if they get Legolas, they get Aragorn. Those can be a little bit annoying, but I'm sure you'll manage. So let's go for towers now whenever you can. They're probably going to be start pushing pretty soon. And I'm also building a statue on the right side there, just to help me get some extra damage and some extra levels on my units. And now we see some peasants on the map. Got some of the archers out. And you kind of want to place your units around so they are benefiting from both the well and the statue. The statue has a longer range for its buff than the well does. The well is like it's a small radius, and then the statue is a little bit larger. It's like a more of a medium radius or something like that. So at this point I thought I would be getting pushed already, but I guess it's taking Rohan a little bit longer to push than the other units. They're destroying my first farm at the top there. So now that I have 2 archers and 2 swordsman battalions, I know that I'm in a pretty good spot. Normally once you build those and you haven't been pushed yet, it's normally a good sign. This normally means you'll be kind of stable from an earlier stage of the game. And I don't think they use draft there. I don't think those peasants have any... Yeah, AI didn't buy any draft spell there. So they're just regular peasants with no sword and shield. So far I see no Rohirrim. It's just regular units, so that helps a lot as well. Like if they would use Rohirrim right from the get-go, then I'll be in trouble because I don't have any pikes. Yeah, I still see no Rohirrim, so we should be okay here. We shouldn't be in a bad spot. I don't see any... Oh, there they have some Rohirrims now. I don't see any heroes though yet. Normally I would have been pushed by heroes. I guess Rohan doesn't rush with heroes like the evil factions do. And for the power spell, I go for, yeah, I normally try to go for light of Arendelle first, just because if I get like overwhelmed, I can use it and then I'll stun the whole map, and then that will give me like a few seconds to reposition, heal the enemy units and stuff like that. I have some Galadrim out as well. And I'm in a pretty good spot here. Like I don't need the barracks anymore, so I just deleted it. Because I'm thinking that I'll get Haldir to level 7 pretty soon, and then I'll just be able to use him to get my Galadrim instead of using the barracks. And then I'll get another production unit, so I can start to have some more heroes out and stuff like that. Get some more upgrades in my units. I'm probably gonna go for the armory next. Yeah, so far in the beginning here, Rohan seems to be one of the more easiest factions to deal with the early rushes compared to Mordor or Moria, or mostly the evil factions. I think the evil factions are the hardest to defend from the right from the get-go. Yeah, even if you guys compare to my other videos, you'll see that I'm being overwhelmed at least one time. It's by this point during the video, but with this, because they mostly rush with peasants and archers, it's pretty easy to defend, especially with elves that have good archers. So it's basically free power points for me and free levels for my units. And Haldir's almost level 7 now. Then I'll be able to get more Galadrim for free. And Frodo is just there, chilling, giving some moral support. Very important. You know, he's maybe asking around for the elves if they have some extra llamas bread. So, you know, he might be a little bit hungry from all the hard work he's doing, you know, guys. So, yeah. Here, like, I'm not exactly trying to save my Lothian soldiers just because I don't care too much about them. If I did, I'll have them closer to the well so they can heal back up, but that's okay. Like, yeah, my PowerPoint selection there was not even the best. I didn't even need the war chant or the war horn. I could have just gone for the Elven. I think it's Gift of Ilu or something like that. The thing that buffs your heroes. I could have gone for that, and then after that, I could have gone for straight for Ents, so I could start pushing their bases. Because in my base, I don't need that much to defend. As you can see, it's pretty chill in my base. And I always get that spell pretty soon, normally because I'm at this point, normally I have to deal with heroes. But against Rohan, they're not even using heroes right now, so I didn't even need that spell right away, the one that buffed your heroes. Gives them 25% more damage and 300 more health. I remember when I was doing this, I was always waiting for that big rush where I'm gonna like struggle and then I'm gonna have to micro stuff and all that, but it didn't come. So I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna start doing my heroes, gonna start doing my armory and all that kind of stuff. Because normally when you know the big rushes are coming, you kind of have to be prepared. So you need to have the power points ready and all that beforehand. So that's the reason I get them, but I don't actually need them right from the get-go. So I'm still getting used to that. So I'm just slowly leveling my units, purchasing their upgrades and all that kind of stuff. Because right now I don't know what they're doing, because there's 7 hard units, so like where are all their units? Do they just have them sitting at their base, at their castle or something like that? That might be the case. Maybe because it's a good faction, they play a little bit more conservatively, I guess. Even though it should be the other way around in this game. Normally the good factions need to pressure the evil factions more than the evil factions gotta do the good factions in the beginning of the game. Oh, there comes Legolas, and there goes Legolas. And now I can have free Galadrim from Haldir. My next hero here should probably be Caliborn, which would help me defend the most, even though I don't actually think I need the help from Caliborn, but there's no reason not to get him anyway. And after a while, he has an ability which can level up your units. He has one of those training abilities once he reaches level 5, if I'm not mistaken. So it's pretty good. And I think I might be command capped here. Yeah, that's the reason I'm not doing more free Galadrims, just because I'm command capped. They take 20 command points, and I only have 12 command points left. And probably, yeah, and I gotta wait a little bit for more power points before I can start destroying the enemy base effectively. Yeah, so right now there's not much to do. It's just a matter of waiting for my resources, getting more heroes and getting more power points, and then going from there. Well, meanwhile, Frodo's still like in love with all of the buildings from the elves, looking around, seeing all the pretty stuff, seeing all the trees and the beautiful houses and their architecture. It's like a Frodo expedition to the elven universe. And there comes, who's that? There comes Gimli. Ahai! Or no, he just died. Poor Gimli. So again, at this point of the game, I'm still debating. I'm like, is the big rush still coming? Am I just good from here? Can I start to move out? Because if I was playing most of the other factions, the heroes would have come way earlier, before I had any upgrades, before I have Galadrim out and any kind of stuff like that. But here I already have everything, so their heroes pushing now they don't matter anymore. Normally that's the thing that it's normally the worst to handle with in the beginning, but at this point it's like it just doesn't even matter. This reason I'm like, okay, I'm pushing out now. There's no reason in waiting here. I need more command points for my Galadrim anyway, so let's just start moving here. So I have the ants, I should be able to break their gate here. And their heroes are just camping out here, doing nothing. So I can farm them up pretty easily. Like Caliborn, he's not particularly good at killing heroes, but he's not bad. Like, he has a good amount of health, his attack speed is pretty decent, and he does okay damage. He's not gonna one-shot any hero or anything, but if their heroes don't have their spells and stuff, he's decent at fighting them. I'm just gonna try to break the gate here so I can push in the base and all that kind of stuff. And Rohan is really heavy on their peasants here. It would be a little bit more interesting if they use maybe Galadrim and if they uses their horses a little bit more. Like, this is too heavy on peasants. And they're very bad. At this stage of the game they don't do much. Then once I have the gate broken and I have 7 power points, I can buy the Numenorean soldiers, and then that probably should be enough to take care of this base, I think. We'll see. And now I hear that they are buying ants. So that's when I remember, because so far I thought that Rohan would be the easiest faction to deal with on the 1v7s, because it was so easy to deal with in the beginning. But that's because I forgot that they can make ants, and they can make ant moots, and they have ants power spell, and they can get Treebeard. So now the annoying part starts, and I'm trying to... As I'm gonna try to push out now to destroy their bases, I'm gonna have to worry about my own bases because they keep spamming ants. And the problem is, when you destroy one of the enemy bases, you destroy their settlements as well. So what that means, you destroy their farms. And what that means is that the other units can now come back and buy their farms. But when it's this late on the game, normally they don't buy a farm, they buy ant moots. So you'll see that as the game develops, we're gonna have ant moots everywhere for me to deal with. Because as I destroy more bases, the other factions just go back to their farms and they start buying Entmoots. I could just buy farms, but then they would just go there and destroy my farm and then buy the Entmoot. I don't have enough units to control the whole map. On this mode, it's just 100 command points. So that means like 5 battalions. And that's just not enough to control the whole map. So that's just something that you're kind of going to have to deal with. So I lost some units, so I recruited some more Galatrim. I'm going to get the upgrades. I forgot to buy Grand Harvest. You can see there that I just checked. I didn't have it yet, and I didn't buy it for some reason. Grand Harvest, you should get it as quickly as possible, by the way. It just helps with your economy so much. Now I'm sure what to go next here. The good thing about the ant spam is that I do get a lot of power points. That's a good thing about it. I have Aaron out as well. Oh, true Legolas. And another thing, if you're playing against Rohan, or if you're playing against even the elves themselves, try to have units that have fire arrows, because you're going to have to deal with ants, because both of those factions, they can summon ants. And if you have the other archers, the Nodal archers, they're not very good at dealing with ants because they don't have fire arrows. Even if you use your Silvertone arrows, they do a good amount of damage, but it's not as good as fire arrows still. So when you're going against these two factions specifically, normally these archers will be better just because they can have fire arrows. Go Aragorn, go Gimli. And they get one-shotted, poor guys. Now I have most of my spells. Should be a little bit easier for me to take a base now. And for this matchup, what also helps quite a bit is your Eagle. I think it's Landraval that we got with the Elves, I think, or Gwaihir. Is it Gwaihir? I don't remember. It's one of the, you got one of the Eagles, and they help a lot with the Ents as well. And I don't think the place where I build my statue is the best spot to build it, actually. Normally, it should be in one of the center buildings next to the well, where the... I mean, I have farms everywhere. But where the cheap Elven archer units are, that spot, that's probably where I should have my statue. And I should have a farm in the corner there. That probably would be more efficient. Especially because whenever the AI push your base, like with ants and stuff, they normally go for the corners of your base. So that statue is probably going to get destroyed at some point, I believe. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong. I recorded this one a little while back. I just never uploaded it, so I was doing that today. I thought it would be cool to go against Rohan here, do a video for you guys. And we'll go for another push here right now. Normally what I do is I try to get the ants out first, just so they can tank the base somewhat. And here you can place that spell on over the walls, which is kind of annoying. And I really didn't use that spell properly, the sunbeam thingy. Like I really didn't use that properly. But oh well. And I want to get back to doing this 1v7s again. I still think I want to do a couple more with the Elves, and then I'm going to go start doing some other units. I think I'm going to do maybe Mordor or Gondor next. I think those would be nice to do. Maybe even Rohan. I'll see, but I still want to go with some of the other factions. Maybe I'll even do Moria again against other factions. I enjoy using the Balrog quite a bit. Have a lot of fun with it. And I don't think I can finish this. It's gonna be just the one building left. Yeah, if I had my Eagle out, I could have just destroyed it, but I didn't. And I have enough money, I just didn't do it for whatever reason. This is still early days for me doing 1v7, so it's still I'm a little bit rusty, and I'm not 100% sure see what the Elves can do at this point. I'm quite a bit better with them now. So And a lot of the time, as I said before, when I'm doing this 1v7s, I'm not really paying attention that much. I focus more in the beginning to try to survive, and then I kind of I'll get a cup of coffee, get some water or something like that, and chill as I do this. And I believe the Entmoot bug has been fixed as of this moment, if I'm not mistaken, because I believe I've played against other factions of Entmoots, and I don't think it's bugging out now. In case if you guys didn't know, when the AI was building the Entmoot, like it could be at 1 or 2%. If you attacked the Entmoot, it would automatically finish constructing it, and they would automatically summon all the 4 Ents on top of it. But I don't believe it's doing that anymore with the recent updates that they did to the mod. So I think it's working as intended now, if I'm not mistaken. I can test it out that later on just to make sure, but I think it's okay now. And now I just want to get that player out of the game. But I don't think that was the best way of doing it. I'm probably going to lose my units here because they have a lot of towers. So they have more units. So yeah, so that was definitely not the best way of doing it. But oh well. Live and learn. Look at how much damage they do with the leadership and the bonuses and stuff. So strong. What? I didn't... Oh god, I could have at least finished the tower there, but I didn't. I don't remember if I was trying to do this with no eagle for some reason or something like that, because I could have bought my eagle quite a while back. I don't remember what I was thinking there, if I just forgot about it, or if it was just like, nah, I'm not going to have the eagle out this game, I'm going to try to go without it or something. I don't really remember. And one of the reasons I did push with those units, I remember, is just because I don't like them very much. I like Galadrim better, so I do rush with them out every now and then just so I can kill them, and then I can have the command points to do more Galadrim. I do that. Like if you're gonna have the Ents tanking the base like I want to, I should have just put them right in front of the towers, not like all the way in the back. I don't know why I did that. I don't know what my thought process was, but that's what you should do. Just put the Ents right in front of it, so like at least 3 or 4 towers can focus on the Ents instead of your units. Because the Ents can take regular arrows for forever. Am I able? Yeah, I think I should be able to finish off this base now. And I have enough money to buy the base right from the Gecko when I destroy it. Look at those Numenoran soldiers, so strong at destroying bases. They're pretty tanky against arrows, as you can see, and then they do a lot of damage against buildings. I like them a lot. They're not the best against other units, they're just regular swordsmen. They're okay. But I like them to help destroy a base, even when you're doing a PvP match. You can try to use your main army to do with units and just have them coming from like another side or something from another angle just to... am I gonna use this just to kill the Ents? Yeah. Or no, I'm not. I guess I'm not. Are they retreating? Yeah, they're retreating for some reason. Yeah, so that should allow me to buy the base now. The problem with the Ents is that they don't take any arrow damage from your buildings. Or, I mean, they do, but very little, right? So whenever you buy your base, if you're playing against most of the other factions, and they just have heroes or units or monsters pushing in, like your arrows will eventually take care of them. But if they only are spamming Ents and you don't have units protecting your base with fire arrows, the Ents can actually destroy your base. And you can hear on the map now how many Ents they keep buying and buying. You can just see the Entmoot spawning everywhere. And my eagle is just sitting there. I really don't remember what I was thinking with just having my eagle not doing anything. I could have just been using it to kill the Ents and kill the Entmoots. And all the other thing about the AI, I don't remember if this was fixed or intentional or anything like that, but the speed that they can produce the Ents is ridiculous. I think they can have an Ent out every 5 to 10 seconds, maybe not even that. Like, they can really, really spam the ants, as you can see. So I just want to kill most of these ants. I should have probably waited for the other ones to come in, but this is my best defense mechanism against them. Yeah, I should definitely have waited for the other ones to come in, but whatever. I'm probably going to end up losing this base, I think. Yeah, as you can see, like the towers, they're not strong enough to do anything against the ants. All you can do is keep buying buildings back, so they have to go back and attack that. There's another ant mood. So what I thought would be the easiest game of the series is actually probably the most difficult and the most annoying one of the series. Look at that. Look at how many ants they have. Maybe at some point during this match I'll smarten up and use my eagle somewhere, maybe? I guess I'm using it. Using my eagle now. The problem with all this end spam is that I wasn't expecting, because I completely forgot about it. So I didn't have a plan to deal with them. I think if I were to do this match now, I would be able to do it a little bit better. But that's how we did this time. So we're gonna try to go for this base now. Go for the gate. You're buying your towers. And you just gotta keep rebuying your structures so they don't destroy your base. And look how many end modes they have, and that's just this little side of the map. I'm surrounded by, I think, 4 end modes. I think that's Treebeard. Yeah, that's Treebeard. He's going down. And you can see that I can't keep up. Is that another Treebeard? No, that's just an ant, right? I think. You can see that I can't keep up, and I missed my spell there. That was pretty bad for me. I'm not sure I knew back then that. So that fireball, the blue fireball from Galadriel, they're actually, you target the map, you don't target a unit. So whenever you cast it, it doesn't follow a unit, it's just gonna go wherever you cast it on the map. I'm not sure I knew that back then, or that's kind of where I was still discovering stuff and figuring out how the mod works and all that. But yeah. Like here, because I was rusting the game, I don't even think I remembered that I could use the guard skill. I could just have used the guard skill with my eagle and over my base, and then the eagle would keep attacking the ants non-stop. That would have helped me quite a bit. This is one less thing that you have to micro. Now I have Aaron and some Galadriel comings for the defense of this base. And I wonder, why do I always have 88? Like during this match, I had 88 command points, very, like, extensively. I wonder if just I have like this one battalion that I keep forgetting to put near the healing well or something. What was that? Did I use my... What was that? I don't think I've played with Treebeard on this mod. I don't know if they gave him anything extra. I don't know if he has any abilities or anything different from the base version of the game. And you can see how many ants they have here. It's unbelievable. So I could have been pushing for other bases more effectively and that stuff like that, but the ant spam really threw me off this game. I was like, what the hell, man? Really? This many? Seems a little bit excessive. At this point, I don't even think some of the armies are even producing units anymore. I think they're just doing ants. I think that's it. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna lose my citadel there. Now they're attacking from outside the base as well. It's just a disaster. I don't remember what I decided to do to deal with the ants. Did I just ended up going out and destroying the ant moods? Is that what I did? I don't remember how I decided to deal with all of this. So I thought this game was going to be really easy, and at this point I was like, am I actually going to lose this game eventually if the ants don't stop coming? And the good thing is that the AI doesn't poke around your base with the rocks and destroy your walls and the buildings from far away. They always try to push in. If they did that, I probably would can actually probably lose the game. And here he's just like, okay, I just want to get rid of this stupid thing. But probably grouping the units up there wasn't the best options against the ants. They can just walk over your units. You can see that I lost almost all of them already. Right now I'm even using my own ants just to destroy. That's how annoyed I am with the ants. I think I'm at least gonna be able to deal with that ant mood for now. So that should buy me some time. I think a little bit of time. Do I go there and buy, or do I just leave the spot for them? I don't remember. Because I have a lot of money, so what I could be doing, I could just have been going, destroying the ant moods and buying them for myself, and then using the ants to push the bases. That's probably the best thing you can do, but I think I saw that they bought a farm there, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave that there. So one last thing that I have to deal with. And here you can see heroes are not the best against the ants. How did I even lose my eagle? I have no idea how I lost my eagle. They're not producing anything that can even attack it. So I don't know what happened there.
One by one, we destroy them all.
And right now I need to get rid of the ant mood to my left there. Not sure why I use Starlight there, because it does not stun the ants. Yeah, there's Treebeard doing some damage, throwing some rocks, doing some ant stuff. I have enough command points here to oh, they despawned there, but that was a waste of my spell. Yeah, and I have enough command points to get another. Oh, there we go. There I get another battalion. And I even brought Haldir to this side of the map because I was getting so annoyed. Yeah, when you're doing this 1v7, some of the matchups, they're a test of your patience. More than anything. Because once you have it down, kind of how you play against 7 horde armies, is more a test of your patience against some of the matchups that do this kind of stuff, that they just keep spamming really, really annoying units like the ants. Because now instead of destroying the ants, I'm just going to go for the actual ant moods, which is probably the best thing you can do. Especially because of how fast they can build the ants. It's just so stupid. And now I'm just trying to have my units in a position so where if the ants want to attack them, they actually have to walk inside the base and they can't shoot me from the outside. So let's see if I can get rid of that ant mood. Because by this point I should have destroyed a few of the other armies, honestly, but I was so annoyed with it that instead of using my other power spells to destroy the other bases, I was just trying to defend that base there. Yeah, I think now I was kind of waking up and I think my brain started working, so I ended up using my ego to destroy the ant moods, which I should have been doing all the way anyway. Let's see. Is that enough to kill Aragorn as well? No, Aragorn stays alive, yeah. I don't think fighting Aragorn there is the best option for me. I guess I'm gonna kill him anyway. I don't think they bought a... Like, it doesn't look like they bought Elendil, or Underil I should say, because his sword is not glowing blue. So I don't think the AI bought the spell to buff up Aragorn. I don't think they buy that spell often, if I'm being completely honest. I don't remember seeing the AI with the Underil spell. I know that sometimes that spell does bug out, because I was playing a match against another player a few days ago, and I had the spell bought, but he couldn't see it. Like for him, the Aragorn sword wasn't blue. It was still just as it is. So he thought it didn't have the... We were hero testing, actually, that's what we were doing. It was me and Corazon, we were hero testing. And I just destroyed that thing and they already bought it again. That's so annoying. So we were testing it, and so we wanted to do 1v1 with the heroes. So he was like, "Hey, buy the spell, otherwise it's not a fair test." I was like, "I did," but he was like, "Oh, I can't see the blue sword from Elrond." So I think sometimes that spell bugs out for the enemy players for some reason. I could see it though. He's just he couldn't see it. So now I got another base. So that attack was successful. So slowly starting to get a grip on the game again and starting to be able to push out. The other thing when you're doing this, if you can keep your Numenorean soldiers alive, you can just keep having like a bigger and bigger army every time you do a push, because they don't have a time on them. They're just part of your army. So yeah, it becomes easier against most things, but they're not very good against ants, so we'll see how that goes. And my ego stopped attacking the ant mood for whatever reason. I don't know if I misclicked or something like that happened, but yeah. And here come more ants. Am I... Oh, there's another ant mood right in front of there. You see how annoying it is? Like the ant mood spam everywhere. I have to keep paying attention so much. Like all the time. And now I should be going for those archers. I don't know why I'm not going for the archers. Like, I'm right here looking at it, but for some reason I'm like, nah. I mean, I could have just saved the heal spell, but oh well. Yeah, I think that's just the annoyance of like, I want that end mood gone now. At any cost. And as you try to destroy the armies, despite the fact that they keep buying Entmoots, I think it does become a little bit harder just because there's less AI and less command points for the AI to deal with you, so it does get a little bit easier. And I don't know why I keep putting the Ents so far away from the gate. It's just a waste of their time. They could have just be hitting at the gate already if I had put it right in front of it. But I didn't, so... Yeah, like, so my soldiers are tanking the tower instead of having both of the Ents tanking the towers, which is not the best. But I have a decent army and I do have war chant on them, so it might still be okay. I think. Yeah, I think I should still be able to get this base, I think. Yeah, and I'll just use the sunbeam thing just to kill the units, so I can have my units just kill the buildings. Yeah, no, 100% it's gonna be no problem destroying this base. So that's another player out, so that's hopefully a few Entmoods out as well, out of the game. Hopefully. And then I want to buy that thing again, but there's that stupid ant just sitting next to the castle, so I can't buy it. So now we can start going for the next base. And now the game's starting to be a little bit going a little bit more my way. At least now I know for next time, whenever I go against Rohan with any of the other factions, like I can at least come up with a plan to dealing with the Entmood spam. So I don't have to waste so much time and get so annoyed trying to deal with them. What's my plan here? They have a gate and I can't break the gate. Oh, I have Galadriel, so I think that's my plan. And I don't have her at level 9, so... You should be able to use that spell on the gate. Oh, there, yeah, you can. I'm just trying to find a spot. There you go. And actually, I think I should be able to destroy this base with just these guys, I think. Yeah, her heal ability, that spell there that I just used, it's really good for units. It's not that good for hero because it doesn't heal a lot of HP, like flat amount. So even though it can heal your units back to full, if you have a hero, it will only give them a little bit of health. It won't give them that much health back. Yeah, so that's another base out. So now it's only 3 more AIs left, right? No, there should be 2 actually. After this? No, 3. Oh my god, math is so hard. Yeah, no, it should be 3 more. Go, you buy the base again. Probably won't be able to defend, but that's okay. You see what I mean with the Numenorean soldiers? How you just have a big army of them, and then like in a couple seconds I'll be able to summon 4 more battalions, and you keep going from there. As long as you don't lose them. Like, you just got a huge army of Numenorean soldiers. The human battering rams. And that green AI is the most annoying AI. It's the one that's been building the most Entmoods all over the map. And it's the one that I'm going for right now, so that's good. We're going for the gate again. I'm not sure I needed to waste that spell on that. I could have just used the Wizard Blast or her Blast thingy, but that works, I guess. Stun their units. Got some more ants out. Got some more Numenorean soldiers out. Buff the Numenoreans, I believe. Or no, maybe no. I don't even know why I'm using my ants to destroy that Entmood. It's this base. As long as I destroy this base, they should die. But whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Yeah, I could have just used the ants to destroy the base. That would have been a lot more effective, but oh well. I'll be able to destroy the base anyway. I have enough units. There are lost 2 bases, but it should be okay. I don't remember if they bought back those bases. I don't think they did. And I believe that should be this hard army out of the game. Yeah. So that was the most annoying army. That was the army that kept spamming the ants. Whatever the white army is, he's still just building units. Thank God. And I think now I'm just checking to see if they purchased any of the bases back or if they didn't. And I think I'm just using Erwin here just to buy the base back so they don't do that. And I don't have to go back and destroy those bases again. And here you can see that I'm still not using Galadriel's teleport. Because at this time I still don't think I knew that I could use her teleport anywhere on the map. Well, now this unit started just spam ants as well. Fantastic. It shouldn't matter now anymore. It should be... It's just 2 more AI units, so it should be easy to... Am I really going to use the spell there? That doesn't seem to be the best spot to use it, but... No, I didn't. Get the gate down. Oh, one of the fireballs missed there. That was interesting. And I lost arrowing. Probably an ant just kicked her in the face. Is the fire thing? Yeah, it did. Have Aragorn there. I think I can one-shot him with Galadriel's ultimate spell. Power of Lothlorien, I think it's the name of it. Oh, I'm using it in the building? Okay. Guess that works too. Should have used an Aragorn, but whatever. I don't think I have enough units to destroy this base here. Let's see. Maybe. Oh, that was a horrible use of Wizard Blast. But that's okay. Yeah, I should have enough. It's just a stable standing now. So it's just one more AI after that one, and it should be good. Yeah, so this guy should be gone now. Right? Yeah, so there's just one AI left. So now I should be in a good spot. And I have the ants and the Numenorian soldiers available again, so I can just go for it right away. Probably what I should have done on this unit is just have a unit of horses just going around, just killing ant boots. The only thing is that you have to micro the horses so the ants don't kick the horses in the face. And then you lose your battalion, but I think that would have been a good idea. And obviously I could have just used my eagle properly and just have it flying around destroying the ant boots as well, but I didn't do that. That would have been another option. Yeah, sometimes I can't hit the gate with the 2 fireballs. Only one hits for whatever reason. Don't believe using that was necessary, but okay. I just want this game over with. I'm at this point I'm so over with this game. I'm just gonna, because I thought it was gonna be so easy from the beginning. It's like, oh, they're pushing with barely anything. I can hold it down so easy. This is gonna be the quickest game ever. And I think this is actually, I think you guys can help me. I think this is my longest game. I could have definitely played this a lot better, but for next time I'll know at least. I'll come up with a plan on dealing with the ants. Could have used the other heroes more effectively as well, just to destroy the ant boots and all that kind of stuff, but I'll know for next time. I'll be paying a little bit more attention. And but yeah, that was pretty much it. And again, guys, let me know if my microphone was a little bit better in this video. Let me know if you can hear a difference or not. And that was it from me for today. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.